Hi there everybody, Jonathan here, and in this video I'm going to go over how to assess your clients' archetypes in order to grow your business. Now, a lot of people ask me, Jonathan, what do you do when you're not training? I have my boot camp. I train about 3 hours a day, so I'm usually done by about 10:30 a.m. And when I'm not working out, I'm usually doing my best to, fill my mind with information on how to grow a business, on how to manage people, so I can maintain a level of success. And recently, I've reopened a book called The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell, and this book is a national bestseller. I definitely recommend that everybody gets a copy of this. I'll put a link to this book in the description box below, and it goes over how small ideas become big, or in your cases, how small businesses grow in terms of number. And in chapter 2, Malcolm Gladwell goes over 3 characteristics that you want to identify, and I'm going to relay that over into the fitness world so that you understand how you can use your clients to help grow your business the way that I use my client to grow my business. But before I do that, if you have not yet, make sure to click on that link up there and subscribe to my newsletter, as I send out short articles every Monday on how to see success in the fitness industry. If you just happen to stumble upon this video, make sure to click on the YouTube icon below and subscribe to this channel, as I make videos every Wednesday based on questions that I get the most. And as always, if you've already subscribed to both my newsletter and to the YouTube channel, thank you very much for your support. And if you find the information in this video helpful, please click on the like button below the video player, because every like that I get helps this channel. All right, so like I said in The Tipping Point, Gladwell goes over 3 archetypes of clients, and I'm going to share that with you. This video is actually going to be about referrals and why referrals work or don't work, because I have a number of clients that have referred like maybe 10 clients over the last 2 months, and I tried to find why they do it. And it's not because they had a lot of success, and it's not because of my incentive plan. Even though my incentive plan is attractive, not everybody takes advantage of it. Moreover, I've had clients that don't lose a pound refer a ton of clients over to me, and I have other clients that lost 20, 25, 30 pounds and they don't refer anybody. So why is this? The reason why people refer is because it is their personality disposition. That's how they get their social value. All right, they take pleasure in bringing people together. And this is the first archetype of the book in The Tipping Point, and that is a connector. These people are naturally connectors. They're the type of people that say, oh, Jonathan, you need to meet my friend XYZ because, they'll work well with you. Or friend XYZ, you need to come to my boot camp because Jonathan's a great trainer. He does a great job. So it's not so much your offer, but you do want to make sure that you can identify these people to make it known to them that you do have an offer and that you would appreciate the referrals. So how do you identify your connectors? These are people that will be very active on social media. So they're on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Snapchat, and they're very active. They're constantly tagging. They're constantly doing like the letting people know where they are at the moment. And they're usually, what I've found, people that are most friendly, to talk the most during your initial one-on-one. So if you got somebody that goes on a lot of tangents, they're just social because they like to talk. And people that like to talk are going to be great connectors for your business. So how do you get the most out of your connectors? Well, after I identify my connectors, I essentially I will send them text messages saying, great job today. Glad to have you in class, but I do it in times where they're most likely to be around a lot of people. So lunchtime during the week, or I'll usually ask what's going on this weekend. And if they're going to be in a large situation where they're around a number of people, I'm gonna send a text Friday during happy hour, or when they're at that birthday party. So I'm at the front of their mind, and they're just predisposed to saying, oh, by the way, I go to this great boot camp, check out Jonathan, here's his information. And that's how you want to handle your connectors, all right? So that's how you can increase your sales. Well, part of how you can increase your sales. The second archetype is going to be a maven, and mavens collect a lot of information, all right? They curate information, and then they kind of like blurt it out. So my boot camp is successful not just because of me, and I have done a lot of studying in fitness, but it's because I've taken a lot of advice from the right people as I've grown my boot camp over the course of 7 years, such that most people that walk in say, man, I love this program, it's perfect for me, despite where they're starting from, because I've taken so much information. So these people give you good advice. Maybe you want to do this way, or maybe you want to sell that way, or maybe you want to do these exercises this way because, and they usually have some kind of, their background, they can relate it to them. So if they're a little bit more athletic, they can talk about what athletic people would like. If they're a mom, they can talk about what moms would like. If they're over 50, I'm not over 50, I don't know what their perspective is, but because these mavens have taken in a lot of information, and kind of regurgitated it out to me, it can help me to improve my program. Now, how do you identify your mavens? Your mavens are usually people that are a little bit more quiet. My mavens don't say much. They're not like boisterous during class. They're a little bit more reserved, but I'll talk to them after class. They're also the type of people that tend to ask a lot of questions. What's this exercise? What sequence are we going in? What is this working? How does this work? How is this going to help me? And I understand as fitness professionals, we often get a little bit annoyed because we just want the client to do what we tell them to do. But mavens are collecting information, and then eventually it's going to come back out pretty well. So if you're willing to be patient, you may find that you get a piece of advice on how you run your boot camp or how you run your business or how you run your personal training session that will help you massively down the line. So you want to make sure to identify these people, and when they do ask questions, you want to be able to respond. And also when they give suggestions, you want to be open and amenable to their ideas, because it may just be another idea that will make your service that much better. Now, the third archetype identified in the tipping point is going to be your salesperson. And your salesperson is the one essentially that does the close. It's your big marquee. It's your big like advertising person. And if I were going to do some kind of a local event and I had a table, I would want my salespeople with me. All right. Also, when my connectors bring in their referred friends, I always make sure that they cross paths with my salespeople, because connectors just kind of bring people together. Salespeople get the job done through their energy. They're usually high energy people, like to talk, and very positive. So let me play in a situation for you. I have client A, who is the connector. All right, they have referred a client in. All right, their referred client is client B, so that's the friend of client A. Client A is not necessarily going to close them. So I'm going to make sure that client C, my closer, is around A and B. Why? Because C is going to say, oh, this boot camp is so great, isn't it? Oh, I'm having such a great time. Oh, it's so great to be around you. They're the one that essentially loves up the referred client, and they're the convincer when it comes time to decide whether or not you want to stay with the boot camp. I very rarely do any kind of hard closing. I essentially just go through my initial one-on-one. I educate. I give them a great time when they're at my boot camp. But I really think it's the dynamic of the group which keeps the person as a paying client. So it's going to be very important for you guys to identify who are your connectors, who are your mavens, who are your salespeople, and to have them interact. Now, this works best for me as I have them all at once in my boot camp. But even if you're a personal trainer, perhaps you want to offer, I don't know, one class for all of your clients once a month or once every 2 weeks. I often do social, so maybe you want to put together a social, and at the very least, maybe you can have a Facebook private page where you can answer questions that that clients may have outside of the gym, and then there's a little bit of crossover and interaction between your clients. But the more you can get people together, the easier I think it will be. So take some time to think about all your clients and identify them as connectors, mavens, and salespeople, and I guarantee you that it'll be a lot easier for you to grow your business. So that's about it. I hope you found this video helpful. I tried to make it not too long while at the same time giving you information that you needed. But remember, if you have any questions or concerns, make sure to comment below. Now, if you're just starting off as a trainer and you need some advice and you need some expertise, like I said, all of my experience with all my clients has helped me to put together a very successful program. And if you need to learn how to teach groups, coach nutrition, market yourself, get into the big box gym scene, dominate it, eventually start your own business, you definitely have to go to the Dumbbells to Dollars course, because it is the best course on how to see success as a fitness professional. So you can click on the link up there. Also, if you're a certified personal trainer, it will give you CEUs for ACE, NASM, ISSA, NSCA, and AFA, so it will help you to stay current with your certifications. So after this video, check out my Dumbbells to Dollars course and see how it can help you. But that's about it. I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them below, because your questions are what fuel this channel. So make sure to make your voice heard, and I'll do my best to respond in a brief period of time. So I will see you next week. Take some time to get this book, check the description box below. I'll put the link. And as always, remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe. Stress levels don't get rest. Don't slap anybody. Love your clients. They will love you back. I'll see y'all tomorrow or the next day. And you have a good one.